As of this recording, a city in Japan is deciding whether or not to pass a law about smartphone use within the city limits. The law would limit people to 2 hours per day of use outside of work or school. Now, some of you watching are cringing at that. Others may applaud it. There's only one problem with the proposed law. It's non-binding. In other words, even if the law is passed, literally nothing could or would be done to someone who has his or her phone on for 2 hours and 1 second or for a solid 24 hours. In other words, the law would at best be a guide and at worst, really nothing in particular. You know, some people feel the same way about the things that God commands in the pages of the Bible. They might even talk about the Bible being a good guide for their lives. Now, to a point, they're right. The Bible does give us guidance to help us live faithfully and go to heaven. But that guide, the Bible, contains commands that are far more than mere suggestions. When God says to do something, that's what He demands. When He says to avoid something, that's what He means. He's not giving a mere suggestion. He is speaking of total and absolute authority. And so when He says that one must be baptized in order to be saved, as He does more than once in the New Testament, that's not just a good suggestion. It's not something you can do if you just feel like it and think it's a good idea or just something special. That is what the God of heaven is demanding. And should we fail to comply, it will not be like that proposed law in Japan. There will be punishment. In fact, we will lose our own soul. We had the rules right in front of us, but we chose to do our own thing or just to ignore them. God will not accept that. As God, He demands, but also deserves, our absolute obedience. And so today and every day, let's keep our central focus on studying the Bible to see how to please God and being humble enough to, as the song says, trust and obey.